Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Tickling Tuesday. Let me tell you, this is gonna be a trial and error video. So yeah, I want to make a card with a bokeh effect. I think you've seen it. It's when some lights or yeah, if something on a photo is very blurry because of one other area is sharp. So I tried out to do this with stencils, and I have some stencils that I created with my silhouette, and I took out some Simon Says Stamp Sea Glass cardstock and also some Simon Says Stamp Sea Glass ink and some Colorbox Frost White pigment ink, because I thought having a blue and white bokeh effect would look yeah, really like it does on photos. And as you can see, I started with that small polka dot pattern, and then I added some more ink on top with the other ones, and I loved it at first, so I went in with the next stencil with the larger polka dot pattern, and then yeah, I finally found out that the small polka dots are way too, yeah, they are too sharp, and there's too much like a system in there because the polka dot is very regular. So I decided not to use that. So I sped that out very fast. So just to show you what was the mistake, and now you can see I inked up all the stencils, so the cardstock through the stencils, but it all looked so nice, just the small polka dot pattern was not nice. So I cut that down, decided I will have a panel with a bokeh effect on my card because I didn't want to throw that cardstock away. And then I used that finger dauber and just added in some of the large polka dot patterns, polka dots, but without the pattern really. I only used single circles, and I spread them in a diagonal line from the left bottom to the right, what is it? Top right corner, yes. And yeah, I just spread it on over there and decided to have some darker and some lighter colors. So I some circles are only inked up very light, and for some I use a lot of ink. And the finger dauber really makes it easy to just ink up single circles. And then I use that stencil that has all kinds of circles in different sizes, and I just picked some out because I want to have some very large circles, small circles, medium circles, and I just spread them on that diagonal line. And then I also went in with some Audrey blue to have some darker circles also. In the background, Aris is screaming because he wants to play, and I think Apple is playing with him, so just ignore that. Okay, and then I took out a dauber. I didn't have a white one or a new one, so I washed one out with a lot of soap and water on my at my sink. And yes, I'm very lucky. The ink does not get any color. It was orange before, and the white ink really is white. There's no orange on there. And then before I changed the stencil, I tried to dry it a little bit because that pigment ink really stays wet for a long time, and I don't want to smear it around on the card. Yeah, and then I dabbed on the color and really tried to have large circles, small circles, and for the bokeh effect, really tried to layer your circles, to yeah, to have them overlap and make circles shine through others, and yeah, that makes the bokeh effect. And I think this turned out really nice with the white especially. If you look at bokeh photos on Google or somewhere, you will see that many of those circles are kind of light because yeah, often it's any light sources in the background that make those circles. So yes, we have the blue and the white ones, and that looks very pretty. So I rounded the corners with my corner chomper from the corners of my card base and also of my panel. And then I went to stamp the sentiment, which is from Neat&Tangled. It's the Just Thinking of You, and I got it some weeks ago. I never ever used it before, and I think this handwriting is so nice, especially for this very simple card. So I took the Thinking of You sentiment with that handwriting, and I wanted to white emboss it. before I did the embossing, I really set that ink with my heat gun for a very long time, because that white pigment ink does stay wet very, very long. So I really used my heat gun for some minutes, and then I took my EK6S powder tool to prevent the embossing powder from sticking everywhere, and then I embossed that with my Herods white embossing powder. And as you can see, there were some areas where the ink was not dry yet. I just brushed that off with my with a very soft brush. And then I heat set the sentiment with my heat gun. And because the background is very light, that light blue, and also some white ink, I used some sea glass ink and very, very carefully added just a little bit of ink to make the sentiment stand out a bit more. And really, I used very little ink, so you don't see any strokes. You don't see that I added some really. You will not notice. And then I use a lot of adhesive on that thing, because I used my heat gun for some minutes. The paper warped just a little bit, but I want to make sure that it's straight on my card and it does not warp. So a lot of adhesive, and then I adhered that down. Well, the card is nice. I really love it, but I thought it needed some little accents, you know, just like I am. So I took out the Winter Wonderland sequin mix from Neat&Tangled, and there are some mint or light blue that are just like the sea glass ink from Same Stamp that matches perfectly, and also some white ones. So I took out the sea glass blue ones. In fact, I have no idea what the color is called on the Neat&Tangled if you buy them solo. Yeah, I tried to find it out and put that into the description of that video. And then I just added them with my do-it-yourself glue dots. Really, those glue dots stick so well. I'm so happy I got them. I have to make some new ones soon, but yeah, I just used my tweezers and then took a glue dot with every sequin and just followed the diagonal line again. And that finished the card for today. I hope you got inspired, your mojo got tickled, you try out some bokeh effects maybe, and yeah, let me know what you think about it. And yeah, just keep in mind not to use a small polka dot pattern. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.